I'm not very good at the SpongeBob laugh. I apologize. It's Friday, November the 26th. I just got done with Black Friday. Well, I didn't just get done with Black Friday. But... because we went to breakfast after Black Friday. I didn't know I was a little Asian. I have a little Asian living in me. Inside of me. They are rather tiny. Bright Eyes is messing with the camera. What? Buffy's just looking at me. Fuck your mom! Okay. Anyway. Well, the best word I can use to describe this year's Black Friday celebration for Store 61. Clusterfuck. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Buffy's interested. He's like, clusterfuck. Okay, let me check this shit out. Yeah. Well, the first thing that pissed me off, the first thing, you know, this is going to be a long, involved story. Well, we did it differently this year because we had sales at midnight, and there was a lot that we had on sale at midnight. A lot of, like, sheets and infant clothes and some, like, movies, games, you know, we had a lot of stuff on sale at midnight. But I guess they just didn't expect the volume of people that we were going to have, which my thought on that is, doesn't matter. You know you're going to have big sales at 12. You should make sure that you have that you're staffed correctly to deal with just in case, especially since this is like the first year we've done this, I think. I think there was like some 12 o'clock sales last year. But I don't know if there just wasn't as many, or they weren't as big of a deal. I don't know. But there was a lot of people in there at midnight. Like, last night's midnight was like last year's 5 o'clock. It was fucking crazy. And the first thing that pissed me off was they kept making these announcements over the over the PA system. Every time people heard, you know, the boop, and they were getting ready, like, they'd start reaching for the stuff, or, like, you know, and then they'd be like, you know, welcome, blah, 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 you know, the current time is blah, 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 it's still gonna be a few minutes, but if you'll remain calm and, you know, be respectful to all the other customers, blah, 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 blah. So every time they were like, you know, thanks for shopping at Walmart, but wait to do it, you know. But then, when time came for people to actually grab the shit, they didn't make an announcement over the loudspeaker. Apparently, they made an announcement on the fucking walkie-talkies, which not everybody had, for one thing. That's one thing people didn't have. So, like, we just heard, like, this huge commotion, pandalirium down in the electronics, and people were like, I was looking down there, and people were grabbing stuff, and because this is my 4th year working Black Friday, I know what Black Friday sounds like. I know what, you know, I definitely know what the beginning of Black Friday sounds like, you know, because there's like kind of a little bit of a, you know, like a rustle, like a crowd, and then it just turns into like this full-scale, like, typhoon force, just, you know, grabbing shit. And, so people were like, can we get stuff? And I just kind of went like this, like, go. So when the time came for people to actually grab stuff and start shopping, they didn't make the announcement where everyone could hear it. So that was retarded. And, the thing that really pissed me off is they were supposed to be working on a map. And apparently, somebody put together a partial map, but didn't make copies, didn't give them out to anybody, because I started, we're standing there, and they put these yellow things on us, and so that we can help people. But we don't know where anything is. We don't know where anything is, because we didn't even get finished stocking grocery, because that was what people were supposed to be doing at the beginning of the night. But because we had stuff set out for midnight, people were starting to grab stuff. And I mean, when I went in at 10 o'clock, you know, I was there like 10 minutes before 10 or whatever. I already saw at least one pallet that had been ripped open and shopped from, you know. So because people were already grabbing stuff, they had us go out and monitor, you know, make sure people weren't taking stuff before they were supposed to. So we didn't even get grocery done, you know. We didn't have time to go around and fucking familiarize ourselves with where all this shit is. Plus, there's so many goddamn items. How the fuck were we supposed to do that anyway? You know? But apparently, you know, the person made a partial map, which anything would have helped, you know. So when I saw the person who was supposed to have put together the map, allegedly, I kind of went on the attack. I was like, "You don't by chance happen to have copies of a map, do you?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Are they going to be ready by 5 o'clock?" And he was like, "No." And then it's like he started getting pissed with me for even asking him for, like, why do you want to know where stuff is? You know, or he was like, "Well, what do you need to know?" And, or he's like, "What are you wanting to know?" And I just kind of like threw up my hands and kind of like rolled my eyes, and I was like, "Do you really want me to tell you right now?" I'm like, "I don't think you want me to tell you right now," you know, because I was like, you know, like, customers keep asking us where stuff is. We don't know. A lot of people are walking away mad. And he was like, "Well, what do you want to know?" Like, you know, and I was like, "Well, the main thing I'm getting asked is, oh, people are asking for Bright Eyes." He's right there. I didn't need a map for that. I was like, one of the main things that I'm getting asked for is the slippers, and I know those are down there because, you know, a customer helped another customer find Bright Eyes' tail. No, that's what I told him. I'm like, a customer helped, you know, like, they knew where it was. We didn't have a fucking clue. I didn't say it that way, but, you know, and I'm like, you know, something else we keep getting asked for is, you know, this boy's clothes or whatever. And he's like, "Well, the way it's supposed to be set up is, you know, like, infants are with infants and housewares are with housewares." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's not like that. You know, it's not." And somebody else was standing there with me, and she was like, "Yeah, it's because customers are going and they're looking for this stuff, and then they're coming back to us because they can't find it, you know?" And it's just fucking ridiculous. And apparently the map they had for the 5 o'clock stuff, it wasn't even right, you know? Some of it wasn't right. And especially, it's just like, I really hope, I know they're not going to, but like, I just might bring it up because I'm so fucking pissed. I get so fucking pissed on Black Friday when, how the hell are we supposed to sell this shit if we can't tell customers where the fuck it is, you know? Like, how the fuck are people supposed to find what they want? I mean, that's just going to piss people off more. That's going to make them take their anger out on us. That's going to make them get angry with other customers more. There should be a clearly defined map where every single fucking item is. Make it the day before at the very fucking least. Maybe a week in advance, perhaps. And you know what? Fucking stick to it. If you're good, like, make a goddamn map clearly defined where all this shit is, and you know what? If we have a sale at 12 and we have a sale at 5, you make 2 fucking maps so that people know where the fuck shit is. So that your associates who are to be there to help, and you even point them out to people in these bright yellow smocks, to be able to help the customer, we need to know. We just need to be informed. That would make some fucking sense, wouldn't it? God damn. Oh, Don't get me started on the map thing, because it's like every year. Like last year wasn't bad, so it's like they had this little powwow, and I'm like, well, that went way too smooth. How can we just fuck it right up next year, you know? How can we just fuck this shit up? Well, you did it. You really did it. Congratulations. Applause. Applause. Primo job. First-rate cunt-lapping. That's something else. Oh, God. I was so fucking pissed. Like, it just didn't make any fucking sense. How the fuck are we supposed to help customers? Like, how the fuck are we... Oh, God. Like, I can only imagine being on the other side of that. And, like, people were getting pissed. They're like, well, I didn't get anybody, but Jasmine, the girl standing with me, people were like, well, what do you know? You know? Do you know anything? You know? And I'm like, sorry, nope, don't know shit. I was not helped in that department at all. You know? And then it's like some of the, like, they didn't even figure out the fucking queue thing, the 5 o'clock queue thing, until, like, 4 o'clock in the morning or something stupid. Because it's just like, we had this lady who was standing back by deli, which is where I was. Dairy, deli, whatever. Like, since midnight, trying to figure out where she needed to stand to make sure she got the TV that she wanted to. And, like, I was like, well, you know, Pete had been asking people, and that was a whole nother deal. Because, like, he was handing out stuff early, and that's what they were telling us, you know, this is what I found out. This is what I found out, finally, finding, you know, the right manager and stuff. We weren't supposed to start handing out the tickets till 3, but they had to stay in the line till 5. Well, not everybody did it that way, and so they were like, well, they don't have to wait in line, so why do we, blah, 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 blah. And, you know... Then, they finally get to setting our queue up so that people can get in line for the TVs that they want, you know, and as they tell us, okay, you know, start handing these out at 5 o'clock. What the hell happened to 3? Because at first they told me, you know, we couldn't hand out the tickets until 3. But apparently there's 2 different things. The tickets are the thing where it has, like, my queue was L, and there were supposed to be these little papers that had an L in the middle, and it said, you know, if a customer wanted 2 or whatever, you're supposed to circle 2 on there. You know, if a customer wanted just the 1, you circled the 1, whatever, so that we would know how many items of, you know, this the customer wanted. That was what we were supposed to be handing out at 3, I guess. Fuck if I know. Fuck if anybody around there knows. It was fucking just, oh, I don't, everybody took their goddamn stupid pills. Swear to the fucking Lord Jesus. Because that didn't make no goddamn sense at fucking all. All night long. None of it. Rather upset I am. But... at least it's over, you know. Thank God it's over, and I'm off for the next 2 days, so everybody else has to deal with the cleanup. But on lighter notes, somebody had mentioned how in these yellow smocks we looked like SpongeBob, so I don't have cat food. Sorry, I forgot to get some. Meow. I know. Well, here. Let's go down. I'll just go down on you. But yeah, that's my... And Mark said he liked how I... and I didn't do it on purpose, but I put the SpongeBob eyes like right over my boobs. Yeah, so... I decided if I was going to look like SpongeBob, I was going to do it all the way. And, I was sitting, you know, like I said, by dairy, and there happens to be a yogurt with SpongeBob on it. And so I kind of used that as my guide to make sure. I took it off for a minute and laid it down on the table, because they finally set us up some tables and, you know, put up little signs and stuff. And finally, somebody did something. That was really nice. Let's not get started on that again. Wow. Fridays rather enjoys the camera. Oh, you can see it! You can see it! You're not supposed to see it yet. Stop ruining the vlog, Bright Eye. Stop eating my camera. I understand. I forgot the cat food, and I... Stop eating the camera. What the... He's like... on my little view screening over here. You can't be that hungry. This is butt. That was him knocking in the view screen. So, yeah, I decided. And I wore this to breakfast at Country Kitchen, too, the whole fucking time. I was like, well, SpongeBob's gotta pee. So I got up and I peed. And what you weren't supposed to see, but you saw it anyway. Turd. He's a turd. Like I said, my queue was L. And I was the only person taking care of QL. So I took my motherfucking balloon. As far as I'm concerned, since I... Get over there. Huh! Fuck you, Mom. Since I was the only one in QL, that belonged to me. It was funny, it was kind of tied together with a few others on a excuse me, on a shopping cart, and somebody else was going to take theirs too, because I asked, I'm like, can I take, you know, I want my balloon, and they're like, well, they're just going to throw them away, so, you know, I was given permission. But I was going to use my keys to cut it off there, because it was tied. I thought it was tied on with the others. But when I pulled on it, it just kind of pulled, and then like 5 other balloons like floated to the ceiling. I was like, oops. Somebody's getting those down, and it ain't gonna be me. But I got mine. So yeah, that was... Oh my god. I am glad that shit is over. You know, I don't know if they expected us to have that big of a rush at midnight, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Set yourself up for success, or you fail, basically. And we failed hard. Wasn't our fault. Really wasn't our fault. But we did what we could do, and it's done. So, goodbye Black Friday. I don't need you no more. I'm supposed to be going... Mom and I are going to Boonville tonight. So that'll probably be in a separate vlog though, because I've done a lot of bitching in this one, and it's probably 15 minutes by itself. After I cut out all my stupid little pauses and shit. But yeah, so better times are to come, and I don't have to help deal with the cleanup. So other people can have fun with that, and I'm going to have fun actually having fun. That looks about right. Okay, I am putting together the 2010, the vlog you're watching right now about last year's Black Friday. And I realize there's a detail that I needed to update you guys on, because it's actually Black Friday 2011. If you watch my vlog, you know, if you watch my vlog regularly, you know how behind I am. I'm terrible. But I realized there's something I did not give you an update on in the 2011 vlog, which is already together. So it's a little late now, but you will recognize this. That is still up there. Not not quite as full as it was before, but it is still there, and still there. And that was
That was pointless. I was looking... Oh, wait, there's Buffy. Hi, Buffy. You didn't get in... You weren't being a dick to me, but Bright Eyes was. And speaking of Bright Eyes, he's in here. I'm sure of it. He's probably asleep on the thing. And he's still a dick. Ba-boom. And SpongeBob's kind of hiding under there, underneath that gigantic fucking bunny I never ate. He's a pretty big bunny. Totally different holiday.